Up, what is up, guys? How are we doing? So, I had it scheduled for 2, but I just took a position, which is why I went live. Ooh. Forgot to shut that off, my bad. But yeah, so I just bought Hawaiian Electric. I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, but check this. Here's the 15. If we look on the 15 time, let me pull this up out of full scale. Okay. So we're coming down towards these tops, these bottoms right here. We actually already tapped it with that wick. Came down, tapped it again with that wick. I'm wondering if we're going to get a reversal by looking at the Qs and Bitcoin. And if we do get said reversal, we may get upside, which is why I took that position. I'm going to pull up Bitcoin here in a second so you guys can see what I'm talking about. 1 second. Let me actually mark this up too. Come on. There we go. So I took that right there. Okay. And we're going to lock that. Alright, Q's trying up. Let's look at Bitcoin here in a sec. BTC. Trying higher. Trying higher. Let's go. Close to VWAP. Ooh. Ooh, come on, Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Could be the end of the Elliott wave at VWAP. Well, just off VWAP. Might get a corrective pattern here. We really don't want that. What is the volume on he at the moment? Oh, also, another reason why I bought he, okay? They started to put out news articles blaming the firefighters rather than blaming the electric company. That's another reason why I think that it might do something. Like, peep this news. Maui firefighters took lunch as the blaze seemed dead, and then it grew. Now, I know it's the Wall Street Journal, but I think that's valuable information. I think that this is valuable information that they just appointed a new CFO. We shall see. We shall see. I think that I currently have YOLOs out on he right now. I'm not gonna hit on them. I bought them like a couple days ago at $5 a pop. I bought 15s. But I'm not gonna hit on those, right? But next week, because I don't want to lose the cash on Theta, next week I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Because I just feel as if this had an oversell off of that news, especially if it wasn't their fault. Because look at, we'll backtrack to a daily as well. Hold on. Oh, and they declared a dividend as well. I think that's invaluable when fighting shorts. But look at this drop. So we have a gap from 32, approximately 32, to 2150-ish, 2130, something like that. And if the blaze wasn't their fault, why should they lose that much of their cap? Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why I bought it. Also, keep in mind, I mean, look at this. Like, you could see it consolidating on a daily. Like, it's trying to find, like, a median level. I don't know. I thought that it was an okay entry point. Obviously not where I would ideally like to be, but I think it could make some big moves. Some big moves. I mean, think about the entire Hawaiian electric grid. Like, they're going to need electricity in order to go ahead and, like, rebuild. Let's see. T2. Trying to drop even further down. We have resistance at 28 cents, obviously, and then 26, there's a fib line. Paul, what's up? Welcome to chat, brother. Seeing the gap on T2 at about 20. All right, so you have a gap at 27.78. Any thoughts on the bottom short term? Now that you mentioned that, it might come down and fill that. I mean, to be quite honest, this is just being traded very emotionally. Momentum has been, like, your friend up until this point. So, basically, I want to see a reversal. If not, then I think that we do see that gap down that you're talking about. We might need a macro push. Like, we might need a push in Bitcoin. We might need a push in the Qs. SPY. Like, whatever it is. I fear that I may have entered at a shitty point. But you know what? You gotta go ahead and risk it for the biscuit. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. I don't know if you guys saw the C3AI sell-off as well, but C3AI sold off on news that this, I think it was the CEO, he sold only 6,000 shares out of the 300,000 shares that he owns. And it dropped below $25 at one point yesterday. I personally thought that was a layup. Called that out on stream. So that was a dub for everybody. I think that there's a lot of room to move to the upside, though. Like, remember how, let's say Carvana got all of that, unusual options activity? And everybody was telling me, like, oh, yeah, it's a junk company. They're going bankrupt, yada, yada, yada. I have just about the same conviction about AI. Just about. See how we do there. T2, what are we doing? Currently down 5.5%. Gulati, what's up, brother? A lot of needless emotion in the market leading up to FOMC and now after. Been seeing it in many places. Oh, well, especially in certain tickers. Some tickers are a lot more emotionally, noticeable than others. And if you haven't noticed as well, there's a lot of bears that are just coming out of the woodwork and hopping on, Twitter. Well, X. They're hopping in live streams. They're, just bashing on stocks. Typically, people don't do that unless they're in trouble. That's my opinion. All right. Q's on VWAP and the 200. And we're on the 4080 MA here with Bitcoin. Come on, babe. Right back up. Right back up. Let's look at the RSI over here on T2 real quick. RSI is a 42. On the 1. AI is going to be low. A 35. Woo! So RSI is a 35 on C3AI, and it's under 26 bucks again. Let's see, what else we have here? Tesla is down 1.5%. Cint to 85 cents. That's another Lind Partners play. So Lind is in Cint. They're in T2, and then they're in Finger as well. Nvidia's down 2% to 414. QBTS still under $1, up almost 4% on the day. Dixie to 105.34. LiDAR's down on the day. Go EV's down. Apple's down to 175. MULN's up 2.16. Finger to 503. Look at Bitcoin trying. Let's go. COSM's up to 176. Wow, COSM. Holy smokes. Okay. Fuck, I can't really drop C3 because I have too much money on it. Alright. We're going to do this. COSM. True, yeah. Facts. Wow, look at COSM's trajectory, too. Whew. That's aggressive. That's aggressive. That's real aggressive. Wow. Alright, we need to push that zone now. Alright, so see the corrective in the Elliott wave? So we see the 5, right? Right to the A, B, C. Now we're topping out here at a potential double top. We need to push that zone. We don't want to get back down here. Oh, come on, Hawaiian. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. What's volume at on COSM? Volume's light on COSM now. Just throwing that out there. Compared to, like, you know, like the last couple days. Let's see, NVOS up almost 10%. Oh, NVOS trying to make a move. NVOS really trying to make a move. Let's see. It's above VWAP at the moment. We've been talking about CYBN. It's a psychedelic stock. They are up 11.5%. Agri's up another 10. GTAI is all the way down to 261. They are up 4% on the day, but down substantially. Sticks back under $2. MMAT just off 20 cents. I bet that after the whole MMTLP situation, after that gets resolved in whatever way it's going to, I would probably, you know, assume that MMAT might catch a bid. One may assume. Hopefully this is the corrective. Or coming into the corrective. Come on. NVOS up. Come on. NVOS currently up just off 30 cents. Jesus. What happened to DTOC? Didn't that, like, literally just list? Does anybody know? Look at NVOS. Go ahead. Get on with it. Bitcoin's starting to lift as well. Here's what I'll do on C3. Add an alert. Bang. Okay. They got an update? I didn't know that they got news. 1 second. Shit, their news isn't popping up there. Well, can you tell me the news? If not, I'll pull it up in 1 second. I'll go to Ortex and pull it up. And wow, NVAX is all the way down to 689. Wow. That could be getting ripe as well. Ooh, CXAI. This is something that I like around this level. Looks like it's starting to get the spin in too. This might be a nice play. CXAI. Very, very small float. Like the float is only 8 million shares. And the cap is 25 million. So, I mean, obviously you guys could do the math on that. It could get up there in a hurry. VIX to 1602. VTNR up 3. Let's look at this shit show that is MULN. Nothing crazy in the update? Oh, okay. You got me excited. Getting me all excited and shit. Whew. Alright, let's pull up Bitcoin because it looks like it's about to launch. It's close. Coming up towards that view up again. I wish they would report the news on here. I'm gonna have to end up pulling it up. Currently up 11, up 12% to 30 cents now on NVOS. I don't know why the news isn't loading there. Let's do NVOS. We're at $5 flat on finger. NVOS, go ahead. Need Bitcoin to clear though. T2 volume pretty much dried up after it bottomed. Okay, wait, all right, wait a minute. Okay, so that's an SEC filing from NVOS. They did use the term hyper growth. Well, I mean, I like that. NVOS. The recent debt financing future projections of the swag agreement, the 57 million RC note, and the press release is attached. How much is this for? Okay, all right. NVOS agreed to purchase 100% of Swag's outstanding shares. Clear status and unsecured. A 15-year note for $70 million? I mean, do they need the money? Like, bad? It's like a 15-year note, like, that's interesting. I feel like it's literally the same fucking thing I just read. Okay. It had dipped back to 26 cents and was about to go back in right before spike. Where she's going though, up 15% now, almost pretty much 16%. Oh, back to 15. Volume is currently 24 mil. Interesting, stepping up. Let's see how volume is across the board down here. Load volume at 1310 right now on Hawaiian. Look at NBOS to 31.5 cents. Volume still isn't loading. What the fuck? Okay, we're getting that push down on Bitcoin. Now correct back. All right, so volume right now in Hawaiian is just under 2 mil. Average is reading 6.36. T2 volume when it loads. I don't know why it's taking forever. 55 mil. Average is reading 97. Now, keep in mind, though, the other day, I'm talking like maybe like 4 trading sessions ago, T2's average volume was reading like 40-some, or excuse me, 40-some million. I think it was like 46 mil. So obviously that's a huge jump, and we'd be trading at average or over average that volume at the moment. All right, so here's a potential corrective pattern here on Bitcoin. Now we're looking for the impulse. All right, what else we got going on out there? COSM it's still at 177. Ooh, eBet's up 19 now. Avoided the death cross right there. Bollinger Bands are nice and tight on it. T2 looks like it's trying to put in a spin, trying to like declare a bottom. We'll see. Probably not though if Qs can't hold. Let me do this. Bear with me. I'm just going to go ahead and drop an alert there. Oh, you fuck. Qs. Qs are sliding, but coming back off that support. Finger sub 5 now? Jesus Christ. I'm really like wondering if my thesis about like finger moving Like, all right, so here's my thesis on Lind. Lind has holdings in like a few different small caps, right? But they do not have over 10% in any of the small caps. Okay? So that means that they're not technically an insider, which makes them able to like shuffle their cash around a little bit quicker and like with like less restrictions than an insider has. Um, I'm wondering if they're just shuffling their money back and forth to avoid trying like getting hung up. So basically, what I want to see is I want to see the movement on say something like a T2 when finger runs again, because what was it? It was like it was earlier this week, or maybe it was at the end of last week. Finger had that big run, and then the next day, T2 went up what, like 40%. So like it could just be signaling a lack of liquidity there on their end. I don't know, just a thought. eBet getting a little bit tight there. All the EMAs are collapsed right there. Getter's up almost 10. Yang is up 6. Let's see. RBT to 34 cents. VRM is all the way down to 115, up 2%. MULN 2.5% up as well. Q's. Uh-oh. Q's dipping down. We really don't want to lose this. Come on. Don't want to lose that bottom. See this? We got support right there. Oh boy. Okay, and Bitcoin. All right, Bitcoin's starting to curl up. All right, we might be in good shape here, guys. Let's see. I'll pull Bitcoin so you guys can see what I'm talking about. We'll flash back and forth. Trying to get back up there. EMAs are also collapsed on Bitcoin. T2 at that relative low. 28.50. That's actually a level of high resistance too. Resistance support. I should probably actually just mark it. I don't know why I didn't have that marked. 28.50, just from like a psychological point of view as well. Let's see. TRKA is down to 104. Ouch. Dollar strength coming down a smidge. That could be good for us. It could be really good for us. It was TBLT is also one of Lind's larger plays. That's one of their larger holdings, just so everybody's aware. So TBLT might do something if, say, Finger or T2 go berserk. Hey, Steve. How are you today, bro? Rose warrants up almost 10%. Oh, look at Bitcoin right here. Oh, man. Come on. Trying eBet. What's the volume on eBet? Let's see. NVOS vertical. Yeah, there was actually a filing on NVOS. And she is a ripping. Currently up 16. Oh, 17. And now, wow. I literally just checked this 2 minutes ago and it jumped 2 million in volume. And Voss, what doing? Bitcoin. Trying up. See? Wow. T2 kind of dried up at 28.50, huh? If I could get a position on VRM around like $1, I'm going to. I just want it near $1. I'm very, very bullish on the margin between new and used cars. Therefore, that makes me bullish on like Carvana, SFT, and VRM. Hard down on T2. We don't want to get back into that supply zone on T2. Look at NVOS. Coming up on 30 mil in volume. Average is still 67.8. Uh-oh. Are we breaking down on Hawaiian? If so, I fucked up. Let's see. RSI on Bitcoin is currently a 44. RSI on the Qs is a 38. Look at NVOS, though. Lots of strength. Lots of strength. I'm going to pull Bitcoin down for a minute. I need another chart to flip around on. Back under 26 bucks on C3. Wow. Every single time I see 104 on TRKA, it's just like, damn. Oh. Your boy might have fucked up. NVOS up 22%. Why is this taking forever? There we go. Let's see. T2 trying to engulf as well. Stop taking forever. What the fuck? Woo! T2. Uh-oh. Alright, here's our 4-hour on JTAI. JTAI might gear up to make a move back. Very well might. So that's a micro cap, micro flow company, though. So just be aware of that. JTAI. Oh, yeah. This definitely might bounce. Look at the correct. All right, so there's a corrective pattern right here. Now we're looking for the impulse on JTAI. And then obviously the impulse would be upwards after that corrective. VIX back up to 1631. COSM's holding 20%. Or no, sorry. NVOS is holding 20%. COSM is currently at the 4080 EMA. Potentially near a top. Hopefully we can take it out. That could just be a psychological level at 175, though. NVOS, what doing? Holding 32 cents. Oh, Bitcoin. Hold on one second. Let me pull Bitcoin up. Working on the 48, it looks like, on the other chart. Let's see. Oh, wrong Bitcoin. Come on. Okay. All right, there it is. We need some help. We need some help on Bitcoin. And the Qs. They're in rough shape. T2. The bid slapped back down to that resistance line. T2 is currently down almost 5%. 4.8. Hard down on NVOS. Towards the 4080 MA. Oh, they're trying T2 up again. Alright, let's see. Okay, so they tried to push Bitcoin down and it got rejected right there. So that's kind of a good sign. Tried pushing it down hard twice. Got rejected. I like it. I like it a lot. T2 just waiting for next move up. Yeah, I agree. NVOS pullback might jump in. I don't know if it pulled back all the way just yet. See how that MACD, it's... Here, let me widen this. I would want to wait until I see a little bit of a curvature on that blue, like on the signal. On a spin. But that's me. RSI is a 50. I mean, you very well might be getting the dip right here. You're right. You get support right there, there. I mean, it's definitely a clear support level. VWAP is currently on the 1 minute at 29 cents-ish. See, how does it look on a 5? On a 5, the RSI is a 70 almost. 68. You are crawling on top of the MACD, though, on the 5 minute. Fuck, why won't this sub-screen drop? There we go. It's a cup handle. Oh, Bitcoin back down into that zone. We do not want to break that 200 EMA to the downside. That could cause some rough sledding. 100%. T2. RSI on Bitcoin is at 39. RSI on the Qs is at 31. And you might have been right about that NVOS pullback. That was a very, very brief pullback. Very, very brief pullback. What happened to he? Nothing. Except for good news. They, instead of blaming the electric grid, they're now blaming the firefighters. And they appointed a new CFO, and on top of that, they declared a dividend of 36 cents a share. I mean, why does MULN go down on good news? Like, we could say that about multiple tickers, you know what I mean? Yesterday, Maui fire lawsuit blames landowners for wild grass growth. Not the utility department or company. So now blame is getting spread around rather than just being, thrusted onto Hawaiian. Weird. It's very weird. It's very, very weird. And that's why I think that there could be some unusual options activity at some point. However, if we look at the daily, if you pull up that daily chart, before that fire, it was trading at like $32, $35. So like, I don't know, this going to 20 doesn't seem really like that unrealistic. I personally am playing 15 YOLOs, like I told you, but like, even if it were to meet in the middle, I would do very, very well on the trade. So I don't know. I'm personally taking the risk reward on that. NVOS just off that 4080 EMA to that relative low where that support is. Let's see if we're going to come down towards that 48. Back to the relative low. Just off 30 cents. I'm about to hop on the YOLOs at 15. You do you, dog. You do you. I can't advise. You know that. Oh, man. I also think that the AI options are going to get kind of weird. Let me pull those up. Let me pull AI up real quick. Just because of the drop off. All right, so AI sold off because the CEO, or it was a board member, I believe. It was some insider. Oh, look at AI. Oh, okay. So some insider sold 6,000 shares. Well, sorry, 6,600 shares. He still has over 300,000 shares, but he sold 6,000 shares, and the price dropped like $2 off that news. Like, can you? And it was on low volume. Like, that just, it screams retracement, in my opinion. Especially because I also believe that AI is the future. Not C3 AI in specific, but I think that like artificial intelligence as a whole is the future. Coming down to the bottom of that zone here on Bitcoin, trying to break on C3. Oh man, that's tight. Qs are trying to find a bottom at like 359.30. Should it recover then? Yeah. I think it's gonna recover. I think it's gonna be fine. I think that this is gonna be fine. And I know it didn't fill the gap on the daily chart, right? But it filled the gap on the 4-hour chart to the downside. So, like, while I would rather it fill the gap on the daily, in a situation like this where it's, like an act of God rather than, like, something else, people may have been out of position. and things get very, very volatile when people are out of position. I remember when C3 was below 20. Yeah, my average on C3 is 1660 something. I had an average of on Carvana of 386. I sold that when it was in the 20s, though. I felt like I was getting greedy. Bitcoin trying on a super. Let's see. T2. A little bit of a wick up towards the 200 EMA. The bid is above the 48 EMA. It's going to be a $200 billion company within the next 10 years. I agree. I think it's going to make like a Nvidia-like type move. Yes, I'm going to go that bold and say something like that. I think it's going to just go insane. But that's because I am confident in their partnerships. Like, they have a partnership with the Swift banking system, C3AI. That's a big deal. The Swift banking system is the banking system that pretty much does all cross-border payments in the world. Yes, the world. They also, another thing, they this is something that they mentioned on their earnings call, right? They actually have a software that Bank of America uses at the moment. They didn't specify any other clients, but they did say Bank of America. They actually have an AI assisted trading bot basically that executes fucking trades for them. That's C3AI. So, like, I don't know. That's pretty cool. I think that's going to be very, very big in the finance sector. Especially if theirs is already developed and running. I believe that theirs has been complete since last year. It was like March of last year. I mean, they have a partnership with Swift. They have a partnership with, obviously, the government. They have a partnership with Shell, Baker Hughes. Like the list just goes on. And then you have to also take into consideration that they're 35% short. I think, honestly, like, what happened yesterday was the shorts cover. Like the start of the shorts covering. And I think that could be what's happening today. Because what happened yesterday was, like, on that sell-off, that was extremely, extremely low volume for that type of a move. So what do we know, like what do we think about when the stock goes down on light volume? Typically a retracement back up, right? So that's how I'm feeling on C3. There's a little tiny gap there on the 1 minute, it looks like. But that's how I feel about C3. And it's trying here. 13's through the 48 EMA. Bitcoin is our problem here. Qs are trying up here. Let's go to the Qs so you guys can see what's going on. Qs trying towards 48 EMA. Let's go. 200 EMA is right there too, so we're not too far off. Go ahead, carry us. See what volume is on T2. If it'll load. Down 4.5% at the moment. I don't know why this is taking so long to load today. 58 mil still. So it does seem like it dried up after it came down and, like, pretty much just sat down on this yellow line. AI volume, let's see. AI volume is 6.15 mil. About 2 million under average. Qs just underneath the 200 EMA. Or sorry, the 48 EMA, excuse me. RSI is a 50, and it's on top of the MACD. Bitcoin's RSI is a 47, and that's underneath the MACD, though. Let's see. What do we got going on, guys? eBet still about 19% up. Does anybody in here at all know what happened to DTOC? I feel like that just SPAC'd. Or it just IPO'd like 2 days ago. Because I know that it was running like crazy. But now I'm seeing that it's delisted. Just wondering if any of you guys have any insight on that. And back to about 12% up. Ooh, eBet. What are you doing? eBet has a 200 EMA right there. That needs some pressure. Or that's going to be in trouble. CCG, thank you, sir. Ooh, nice little move. This wave is suggesting down. This Elliott wave is suggesting down, but has volume. But because of the volume and the demand for it, this could be an incorrect indicator. I want to see. I just definitely want to see it on top of VWAP, because then it's a totally different ball game. Currently down 45% today. Whew. What's the low of the day? Low of the day was 1150. Jesus. Wow. Okay. Trying to bust. Q's coming up towards the 48 EMA. RSI there is a 50.5. Bitcoin is at the 200 EMA. RSI there is a 37.5. Okay, CCG. That was a good call out, bro. Bollinger Bands trying to get a little bit tighter on T2. Looks like we're just kind of moving sideways there. Look at the wicks. You can just see that there's indecision on T2. Chechi's trying to take the 200 and VWAP right now. But you can see the indecision on the wicks. He has no idea what it wants to do. Waiting for a larger move in the market. Fuck. I have too much money on some of this stuff to take it down. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Hold on one second. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Hold on one second. I'm going to put the Qs here. And then on my other screen over here, I'll chart Hawaiian on... I'm sure that a lot of you guys aren't interested in Hawaiian. So I'll chart that separately on a different screen. Okay. Hawaiian's currently sitting at 1304, by the way. Is Finger still at $5? It's 99%. Yeah, and you know what the cool thing is, Lauren? XRP can either plug and play with the Swift banking system, or they can completely replace the Swift banking system. Either or. And if they replace the Swift banking system, like transactions would get a lot cheaper. So I find that very interesting. All right, take that and then also pair it with the fact that XDC has a partnership with the Nasdaq. That's a cryptocurrency, right? So say that you are a hedge fund owner and you have you're using C3AI's like AI platform in order to trade, right? But then we're now introducing XDC to trading. That way the market's completely tokenized, right? What do you think is going to be the best way to, I guess, tie things up there? Probably artificial intelligence, if I were to guess. Just saying. Because, like, a company like, say, like BlackRock, which is who brought C3AI to market, a company like BlackRock actually uses Aladdin, which is it's a program that they use for Coinbase, basically. So that's how they trade their crypto. It's kind of a lot. It's basically just like a lot of a lot of tech being thrown together, and I think that altogether it could really do something big. Like individually, yes, they're great, but tied together, if you add everything up, could be very, 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 very fortuitous. Ooh, C3 back down on a super in between the 48 and the 200. Chechi still rolling. Q's coming down to a potential double bottom right now. RSI on the Q's is 38. RSI on Bitcoin's only at 33. Here, let me pull up Bitcoin so you guys can see what's going on there. Hard down. Right below the 200 EMA. I want to see a big move here. Big move. We are still underneath the MACD on what's called on Bitcoin. Uh-oh. We might lose that zone. Get up there. What's volume on T2? Got to keep a close eye on this. And what's turnover on T2 actually? All right, so we're still sitting at 58 million. So I mean, volume dried up pretty substantially. Real quick, 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna look at my Webull and see what the turnover is on T2. I don't know why TradingView doesn't offer that. T2 turnover percentage is 17.5% on T2, which is kind of high for how much it's down. All right, so I'm gonna set a alert on this near the Sonic R. Let's see. I just need the screen. What do we got? COSM still at 177, but I want to take a look at volume. Honestly, it's kind of healthy growth, though. As long as it maintains this level, I want it to stay on top of this bullshit. Like 175, I would love to close above today. VIX up almost 8%. Ouch. Agri is up another 10 or 11%. What we got going on here? Whoa, okay. Whoa, Agri, what do we got going on? Could this be getting like ready for like a nice bounce play? We're over average volume. Yo, what up, Dev? How are you today, brother? I'm doing great. I mean, other than C3 AI in after hours yesterday, that kind of hurt. I fixed it today though. It's all right. All right, so Agri. Let's see. 3 days ago, Agri receives first order. Okay, so that's 3 days ago. Let's look at a 15-minute chart. So they popped on that news. Well, no, wait, no. Hold on a second. That was... All right, they popped on that news, and now it's just coming down to regress, it seems like. Okay. Did it really just start trading there? No. Okay. All right. My trading view is just fucking lagging. The Gauss band is starting to flip green here on T2. It also flipped green on C3. Bitcoin trying up in that zone. Any thoughts on MMAT? I think MMAT is going to explode after the MMTLP situation gets, settled. That's my, my humble opinion. I could be way, way wrong, but we'll see. I just feel like a lot of people are going to take their MMTLP money and dump it in MMAT. And we know how how tight knit that community is. Literally, like a 24/7 space call for like a year. That's impressive. I actually might like Agri in this area. What's their... Hold on a second. Real quick, I just want to look at what their data looks like. Agri. It's only a $5.2 million cap company. I forget if this is the company that previous close, it closed up 21%. I wonder if Linda's in this one. Linda's in a handful of those like small cap plays that I feel like have a lot of potential. Like they're in SMX. SMX went on a nice tear at one point. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to it since, but I know that they were cybersecurity. Why is it taking forever? Let's see. I'll get it up for us here. Alright, SMX. Oh, Sint is another one that they're in. Alright, so this is down 11.11. If it'll load. Bitcoin trying. Up towards the 4080 MA on Bitcoin. I hate how this is taking fucking forever. Like, they need to make this a small... gosh. They need to make this a smaller program or something. Like, what just happened? What just happened? Okay, there's one. And there's 2 and 3. Okay. This one still didn't load yet, though. Like, wild. Tesla down 2%. TRKA back to 105. C3AI. Oof. Hard bottom there. Hopefully. Alright, so here's SMX. I'm going to need to go to a daily time frame to do what I want to do, though. Alright, now we're getting some indicators. Look how tight T2 is. Look at the Bollinger Bands. Let's go. I'm ready to rock. Hopefully we don't come down to the VWAP on C3. Bitcoin is eating supply in between the 48 and the 200 EMA. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm just gonna restart the program. I'm not gonna keep fucking with this like this. Close window, come on. I'm liking NVOS today. Yeah, NVOS is cruising, bro. Cruising. They got a 180-day extension yesterday. Did they really get an extension yesterday? I didn't know that. You're talking about on MMAT? Why is this taking so long? I'm about to pull up fucking, like, Weeble while I wait. Come on. This is insane. There we go. This is another one that I really, really have started to like in this range. Just saying. CXAI. So it filled the gap that I was worried about, and now there's a gap to the upside on it. Okay. But yeah. Peep CXAI could be a very, very interesting play. May come down again. Where was that? Yeah, see, the absolute bottom was 121 previously. We're gonna pull up. Oh, AI is down to. AI is kind of hurting. 25.76. Trying to hold VWAP right now. Bear with me. Now trading view wants to come up. C3 AI trying off bottom. SMX. Maybe I could show you guys on here real quick. Alright, so here's the daily on SMX. Now I don't know if there was a reverse split or what happened here, just so we're all like on the same page. We could look into it though. Let's see. Look at that drop off though. I mean, we're talking about big percentage swings as well. Like look at these moves. Bang, 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 bang. Like almost like it's trying to come off the bottom. Now let's pull up SMX's. Oh wait, I want to see if Linda's in here. No. Okay. SMX. Remember SMX, the whole reason behind it is the Lin partners. Like that's the whole thesis of the play. Bitcoin working its way down. Okay, and then SMX, we're gonna pull on. All right, so it's on the daily right now. You guys see where the price action's at? That's where the bid is, the blue line. Bid is the blue line. So on a daily, there's a. Oh, okay, never mind. There's a wick there. Obviously, like price action there though. On a, let's do a 1 hour. Bitcoin dropping that zone that we don't really want to drop. SMX on a 1 hour, is that a potential double bottom? I mean, well, yesterday consolidated just at this level. Let's look at their data, if it's up yet. Let's see. Uh-oh, Bitcoin's still dropping. SMX, 0 shares available to be borrowed, 96% utilization, 361% cost to borrow average. Short interest is 6.39%. I just don't know if there's any, if maybe one of you guys could look this up, that'd be fire. I don't know if there's any stock deficiencies on it. I don't see any stock. They're just not there. I'm seeing. New round, like close. All right, so they just announced on September 7th that they closed the new round of financing as well. Here's our 15-minute. On the 15-minute, you can see that it hit wave 5 or 0.5. RSI is a 45, and it is still underneath the MACD though. I don't know. I personally like this play, but to each their own. And Voss still trying to make moves there. Let's see, just off a gold cross in the 15-minute. Nice and tight there on the 1. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw a line like that. Bang to bang. Yeah, that's about to pennant up, it looks like. Here, I'll draw it just because, but... it's pretty much at the apex of the drawing right now. They do not want T2 up. They're trying everything they can. Bitcoin's still trying to just put its foot in the dirt and turn around for us. Just staying stuck there at that 26,580 level. C3 still under 26 bucks. I think that that's literally grand larceny at some point. Like I agree with Lauren. I think that this is going to be like a very, very large market cap company in the in a few years, the upcoming future. All right, T2 towards the 200. If it'll take it. It's gonna pop that. Bollinger Band's tight on NVOS, and we are at that apex. So expect something on that. Q. Oh wait, I don't even have the Qs up. Hold on, let me put the Qs up on this screen over here because I'm all screwed up. Let's see. All right, Qs on that screen. Oh, Qs still headed down. RSI and the Qs is at 36. Yikes. So we're not really getting help in the overall market. MMAT got the extension. Oh, okay. MMAT got the extension. Got it. They have to strengthen cash position. They're primed to announce. Yeah, MMAT. Well, like once the whole MMTLP situation is like settled, in my opinion, I think MMAT is gonna soar. But I think that what they're gonna do is I think that they're gonna wait until like there's like a resolution before that happens. And we have no idea when there's gonna be a resolution. I just feel like people are gonna go ahead and take their MMTLP money and dump it into MMAT. That's all. I mean, your Gauze band obviously flipped green. T2 is trying the 200 here, it looks like. Yeah, just watch out that it doesn't come down and try to find these bottoms, bro. You might also have support right here as well. Do I have that drawn? Yeah, I do. Okay, so you're on support right now, and then you have further support like right there at about 18.5 cents, but I don't know if it's going to come back down there. And obviously your 52-week low is what, 1730? Down to VWAP on C3. Might be too early for me to draw this, but we'll see. This could be a potential pennant. This candle right here though on the day has to close above my drawing. And it is in a supply zone. And it's still trying to head up even against strong resistance as well. Interesting. So volume on this. Volume is 2.7 mil. Average is reading 3. Bollinger Bands are getting tight on it again. That may just make a move. CCG. Okay. CCG. Whoo, CCG. That was an excellent call out before, bro. Right into the Sonic Art. Heads up, though. I'm seeing... Okay, alright, it disappeared. Never mind. It was showing me Elliott Wave 5. Like the end of Elliott Wave 5. Which could be like the top of price action. But then it disappeared, so maybe not. T2... 29 cents. Down 3.8%. Volume on this is 60 mil at the moment. C3 coming off VWAP. Also finishing that wave. I want to pull up the cues for you guys. 1 second. Oh, wow. Interesting. Hopefully that's not a double top. Okay. Cues. Ouch. RSI in the cues is a 26 only. On the 30-minute, this is showing the end of Elliott Wave 5 on the cues. That might get a correction then. That's interesting. Chechi going for the Sonic R. Bollinger Band's getting tighter on C3, just above VWAP. Still underneath the 200 EMA on T2. That reversal might be coming in. RSI coming up a little bit. Looks like the MACD is trying to spin on the cues. And it's 3:17, by the way. So we have just over 40 minutes. In between the 200 and the 48 on T2. Oh, you know what else looked like a snipe today? IonQ. Wow, 1355. Delicioso. Wow, really? All right, so we have good resistance here, or good support here on IonQ at the top of that cup. May come down to 1310-ish. 13. I mean, bottom looks like 12, Ted, but I don't think it gets that far. We'll see though. That's a slide. That's a huge slide. I don't know. I think that that's going to retrace too. Still under average volume on it at the moment. Let me just make sure that there's no paper or there's no like data that tells me that like why it's dropping. I didn't see anything earlier. They say QBTS stock is a buy, so they're literally in their news. They're just talking about a competitor. So like, there's no news out about this being like as to why it should be being sold off. I don't know. I'd probably buy that all the way down. That's one of those ones like C3AI that I'm gonna like that I would consider holding for like years upon years. But I like QBTS, I like IonQ, and I like RGTI. And ARC. Definitely like ARC a lot. They seem to be like the most undervalued compared to their peers. Q is trying up. Let's go. Time to jet. Time to jet. 109 on VRM. Let's see. My he is under 13 bucks. Ouch. NVAX is 677. Ooh, IoT is pretty cheap. 2364. That was literally just over 30. Open down to 255. Wow. They're really trying to keep this off the 200 EMA. C3AI, come on. What's the volume like down here? Wasn't there still a court case related to illegal MAD actions? I would have to call Alan. Let me see if Alan's available. Alan knows all when it comes to MMAT and MMTLP, in my opinion. You available to answer a question? Let's see here. Man, just eating its fucking supply on T2. 61 million now. It's a little bit of a step up in volume. Bollinger Band's getting a little bit tighter, it looks like, here on the Qs. Take that. I think we're going to get a nice little bounce here on C3. Either that or we're about to fall pretty freaking hard. I really don't think that this trades sideways. Honestly, straddles or strangles might be a good way to play C3. If you know what you're doing with straddles or strangles. Apple lost 175. TRKA just chilling at lunch. QBTS up 5%. They're trying with IonQ. Here we go. Come on. Some news after hours on T2 would be great, huh? Like, that's so range bound. VIX is up 10% right now to 1666. And Voss 9% up, 10% up. JTAI coming up. Like I said, this thing can move very, very quickly. Same thing with CXAI. Micro cap, micro float. Look at IonQ though. Congrats if you grabbed it at like 1350. Congrats. I think that that's going to be a nice play in the long term. Even if it comes down to 12, like let's just say, I still think that in the long haul, 1355 would be, or 1350, we'll say, would be a great DCA number. They're trying to push C3 AI down hard. It got rejected off of Super Trend. Q's trying up. RSI on the Qs is a 48 underneath the MACD. Guys, give me like 1 second. Alright, my bad. I'm back. CCG. Chechi group again. Chechi. Oh. That was 45% down when we started to look at it. Trying to overtake the Sonic R. Not happening, though. What's the RSI on T2? 44. Okay. Q's RSI is 41. And then what does Bitcoin look like? Let's pull that up quick. Bitcoin is in a cup and handle setup, potentially. Wow, we could actually be looking at a decent move here. If it, we kind of want a cup and handle, honestly. That might continue this wave here on Bitcoin. If it kind of like waves out rather than like a double bottom. That's actually kind of interesting. We're going to keep an eye on that. Chechi still working on Sonic R. Dollar strength still a pain in our ass at like 105.33. eBet off the highs, so it's 15%. CYBN, this is something that we've been covering. Up at 12.5%. Heads up. Come on, market. JTAI back down to 254. That's low volume. Ooh, it could be offering a half decent entry though. AI towards the 4080 EMA on a super trend. They're really trying to reject that though. NVOS going down. NVOS at the 200 EMA. Still up 8%. Looks like T2's trying to create higher lows there. Oh, 3:30. Okay. Time for me to relax. And just observe. Let's fucking go. T2, what are you doing? Yo, if NVOS just like craters, how are you guys gonna feel about Daniel Borders? After the whole, like, after what happened with Finger last week. They're really trying to push AI up. It's a lot of resistance right there. A lot of resistance right there. It's at the 4080 EMA right now. What are we doing? Come on, T2. We need this lift from Bitcoin. 4080 EMA is right there. We're close. RSI on the Qs is at 34. So we're just getting a market shoved down at the moment. Waiting on the retrace. I like how this Elliott wave, though, is kind of forming here, though, on Bitcoin. We just need an impulsive up. Just off the 48 EMA still here for C3. Oh, C3 trying on a nice little shove there in between the 48 and the 2. Rejected the 48. At the 48, down to 25.81. One day I think that we're all going to look back and laugh at the fact of how low this stock was. Kind of like looking back in time at, like, say, like an Apple. Like an Amazon. It's like, wow, I really could have bought that for a handful of dollars? Like, yeah. And I think with the price drop off from yesterday, I think that we're going to be seeing, like, unusual options activity. Very unusual options activity. That's pretty much what happened with Carvana. It just, I don't know, it just started eating gamma. And then one thing led to another, and then obviously, I mean, it's trading, what, at like $45 now? Trying to push C3. T2's Bollinger Bands are getting tighter. Bitcoin towards the bottom of that band. I want to check my phone and see if Alan is available to answer that question for you. Didn't answer me yet. Let's see. T2, nice and tight. Time to go. KR. Yeah, but there's only 34,000 traded on it today. Unless I'm on the wrong KR. No, I clicked on the right one. The only one. Try to move it up on T2. The bid went with it for a second, but came right back down. C3AI price action is still in between the 48 and the 200. Bitcoin price action at the 48 EMA. This is just getting tighter and tighter. It's waiting on Bitcoin. Or the Qs. I mean, one or the other. Honestly, they kind of both look very similar at the moment. Volume 62 mil only. Averages just under 98 mil. How is NVOS volume actually? NVOS 41.25 mil in volume, averages just under 70 mil. He is starting to twist back. Hold on one second. Has that been Hawaiian Electric? Might just be the bottom. EBS. Hold on one second. EBS. I mean, it certainly looks like you're trying to come up off the bottom here. I think that I honestly I think that what's happening is that the market slid all the way up until like right now, ish, and as you can see, things are starting to curl up. So overall, so I mean, I think EBS is kind of just riding the same wave as everything else. Just overall market pressure. Because we did DD on this at one point. I forget what the. I forget exact. Oh yeah. Okay. Um, I just personally think that I like other plays more. I'm not to say that this can't make a lot of money. You know what I mean? It's just my prerogative, I suppose. T2, what are you doing? Oh, EBS, there you go. A little bit of a shot would be nice. What's the volume on it right now? Let me see. I had about half average volume on EBS. Yeah, I'd rather have EBS up for you. Okay. Alright, so we're really close to breaking down out of that. Hopefully we could maintain it. We shall see. The gauze band on T2 started to flap red again. Don't like that. We're not getting that leg on Bitcoin like we need either. Try to super trend on T2. We'll see if it lasts. SOXL. Wow, SOXL came all the way down to 1750. Wow. Does it have more to come down? Whew. Congrats if you were selling covered calls there. Coinbase almost back to 75 bucks. Coming down to VWAP on C3. XRP is just off 51 cents. This is getting ugly. MULN still up 1%, 1.5%. Waiting on a nice bounce here. That would help. EVTL warrants up 21%. EBET back to 16%. T2 at the 200 EMA. EBET's feeling kind of heavy right now. Volume is 327. Average is reading 193. I don't know why, but it's not showing me any earnings whatsoever. Their current market cap is 34 mil. Alright, what's their float? Let's see. On float, they have 446 million shares. CYBN. Up 13.2 at the moment. EMA's still in line. Getting towards the top of that Gauss band. We're going to be running into a lot of resistance here, though, in a second. Gauss band flipped back to green. We shall see. Bitcoin on a super trend towards the 40-80 EMA. We need to actually outright take it. Man, oh man. What's the volume on CYBN? We're just under average volume on this right now. Just under. AI Afiwa. A little bit higher. VIX is up to almost a 17. 1688 now. C3. Come on, baby. On a super trend. Of course, Roku's green. I feel like Roku's been green like the last 2 months in a row. Envas pretty much gave away all of its gains. EBET back to the median there on the band. Price action is above the 40-80 EMA. COSM back down to 174. VTNR, $5, 503. TRKA is now at 104. Finger was at, what was that? Finger's at 486. Wow. Agri 12.5 up still. We need some like market pressure in order to get C3 AI up. It usually runs really tight with the Qs in Bitcoin. Trying to super trend it. Rejected at the 40-80 EMA. Trying again. Bitcoin. Let's go for a ride. If Bitcoin's going to move like that, watch out on the AI plays, especially after that sell off on Leval. Oh, what the hell just happened? Okay. No, that's not what I want to do. How come every time I double click on it? What the fuck? This is really, really weird. Hold on a second. It's not letting me drop my MACD. I have no idea why it's not letting me drop my MACD. Frig? That's really, 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 really weird. Okay. I don't know what I have to do to fix it, but I'm going to figure it out. Okay. Well, that was simple. I don't know what the fuck just happened there. Price action is at the 200 for Bitcoin. And we're filling out this pennant on C3 as well. This is a... Alright, I'll just draw it. Okay. Skirt. And go back. Well, bull channel right there. And C3 might come down and hit VWAP again. T2. They really don't want T2 up. Every single time it came up to that 200, it got a hard rejection. eBet still has 16% up. Yeah. Oh, wow, there's only 10 minutes left. Bitcoin trying to get over that Sonic R. It's at 200 right now. Ooh, JTAI is on 251. Interesting. Micro cap, micro float on that. So everybody's aware. Qs are headed down though. RSI on the Qs is at 37. It's on a potential double bottom though, Qs. So if we get a bounce on that, a little bit of a shove here, we could definitely see a nice little move. I like how this Elliott wave came all the way down here before creating an impulse on Bitcoin. That could kind of signal a potential big move. eBet just feels heavy. I feel like it already blew its load, for lack of a better term. Wow, NVOS just is almost about to go red here. Ouch. CYBN trying higher, it looks like. Just trying to take out this resistance around 50 cents, I believe. And look how many times the candles close right here at this level. We're going to mark that up, actually. Bang. mark that up too, actually. C3 is on VWAP. Front row. How bad is he looking? Yeah, and Voss went red. Yeah. Great. Oh, Hawaiian. I bought this way too soon. Oh well. Ouch. Shit. 3, 4. That means that. Oh, wait, 5? Okay, so that means that could be bouncing. Down. Still on VWAP here for. Oh, we just dropped VWAP on C3. Bitcoin trying up, though, towards the 200 EMA. T2 looks like it's kind of just wrapping around the EMAs right there. They're all collapsed except for the 200 EMA. SLE. Okay. Which one do I want to pull? We'll just pull Bitcoin down going into close. SLE. Yes, sir. Oh, this is extremely light volume, though, for SLE. Just so you know. So, like, most likely this will probably come... I would assume that this would come down tomorrow or in after hours. I mean, it's up a good amount. It's up 10%, but it's like 1/10 average volume. Approximately. Q's down to 358. I think that they're just shaking the trees right now. Let's have a run up in after hours. What do you guys say? Let's do it. Bollinger Bands are getting tight. Real tight on T2. Real tight. Let's get that bounce in. Come on. Come on, Q's. 4 minutes left to trade. I'm not going to get off immediately, by the way. Probably just going to, you know, play with some waterworks and hang out for a few. Q's hard down. Man, oh man. Let's see. RSI is 49.8 on T2. Currently down 4%. 28.8. 28.9. Hawaiian doing the opposite of flying. AI might try back towards VWAP. With any luck? T2's got to take out that 200 EMA. 3 minutes left. All right, let's go. Come on. Up, 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 up. Trying to break the bull channel on AI sideways here. Still coming down on the Qs though, which I'm not really the biggest fan of. Let's see. Okay. Wow, Qs. Ouch. Crikey. Qs, 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 Qs. Qs at 357. Last minute of the day. Let's go. Got about 30 seconds left. All right. YOLOs. All right. All right. All right. Now let's get some news drops. How about it? Trying to super trend on T2. Bitcoin tried to break, but it's getting a hard down now. TLRY is all the way down to 238. I had T2. The bid didn't move yet. Yeah. Ion Q finished at 1353. Trying T2 again. I'm going to wait till that bid line moves. Inverted hammer at the moment. Come on, Bitcoin. EBET finished 15% up. Bid is slightly moving up, it looks like. Mr. Shelby, what is up? I've never enjoyed math until I met stock options. Yo, for real. Yo, facts. I'm going to read the rest, but first sentence, you already have me. Of course, I tended to enjoy probability and statistics, generally speaking. How many times can you cross the road without looking before the... Probably. Good show, friend. I'm watching SoFi, Disney, Palantir, and Potsdam. Well, thank you for hanging out, bro. I'm also thinking about Disney and thinking of, like, what could happen if they were to be potentially bought out, because apparently there's rumors about that. I don't think that... I just feel like they wouldn't do that, though, like, as, like, a legacy company, like they are. As far as Palantir goes, I just prefer C3 AI over Palantir. I mean, I know that C3 AI literally got shot in the foot last night, but I still like C3 more than Palantir, just because of the partnerships that they have. But I'm with you on like the AI trend for sure. As far as pot stocks go, I agree with you, but I think that it's gonna come in waves, kind of like how it did like last week. So like every single time there's that like a law changes, I think that that's when, um, like I think that that's when like they're really gonna see big pushes. You know what I mean? But like we don't have access to that. Only like the lawmakers do. I appreciate it. And historically, dumping money into Park hasn't profited, and bailing on streaming may take them out of the limelight. Look into their partnerships, and that should, like, I don't know, answer a lot of questions for you. Or you know what? This would be even better. Listen to their earnings call. That was like 3 weeks ago. That will do you a lot better than actually looking at their website. It may take a little bit longer, but if you want to be thorough, that's the way to do it. The CEO of the company, quote unquote, said, "We are the masters of the universe when it comes to data." Like, what? Also, they've beat analyst expectations for 14 straight quarters. He is just not moving right now. I'm gonna take that off the screen for the moment. Will somebody like just I don't know, just throw this on their chart and let me know if it like does anything? I need to have something that's moving though. If I don't, I get bored. Please and thank you. COSM on after hours. Wow, Envos gained all that just to give it right back. Congrats if you guys had UVXY calls. That actually was probably a smart play. A real smart play. I should have done that in order to hedge. What was man? I should have done that to hedge my YOLOs. Oh well. Yeah. I've heard some bullish earnings calls before, but that might be the most bullish earnings call I've ever heard. No joke. And a lot of people didn't like how like their cash on hand was going to be lower than what was originally projected the prior quarter, but they were so transparent with what they were doing with the money. They were like, "Yeah, we see such a big opportunity in this field. We're just going to go ahead and invest in ourselves." Like, let me use an example. That's what David Mishry should have done, and he should have just developed battery packs before just, like building vehicles. You see what I'm saying? Like companies that try to get too big too fast generally end up drowning. I myself pocketed a nice return on the ARM put positions. Oh well, yeah. Congratulations on that, bro. Personally, I don't like IPOs. However, that was one that I was interested in, just because I knew that it was going to be volatile as all hell with the options. Um, Congratulations on that. A lot of people are also hitting on SWIN, but I believe that that's just straight stock that they're hitting on. I could be wrong. I don't know if that has a chain. I really haven't been paying attention to too many IPOs. I did look at put, but or at ARM, but I didn't. What's it called? I didn't look at SWIN. Every single time I pulled it up, it was halted, so I just stopped. Bitcoin coming down to relative lows now. See, we have a low there and a low here that we get support off. And it should still validate that wave regardless. Oh. I'm really happy that I didn't over leverage. I could have got myself in a lot of trouble, but I will go ahead and give myself kudos to that I like didn't do some of the things that I thought about doing. I think it's very, very important to like also like remember, like, I know sometimes your losses you remember more sometimes than your wins, but like, you know, just try to remind yourself like why you do what you do. I bet you that like the fucking like IV on those arm positions were crazy. I bet you they were going nuts. Still working on the 200 EMA here for T2, I believe. Yeah. It's definitely a learning curve. Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Yeah, they were. I'm a bounce. I gotta go help this pot so do my part, you know. I appreciate that, man. I'll catch you soon. And I wish you luck too. You know what would really hit the spot right now? Some TRKA news. That would hit the spot. Come on, Bitcoin. Get out of here. Man, oh man. Alright, it's 4:11. I'm gonna give it till like, I don't know. I kind of want to see if Bitcoin breaks the 200. If Bitcoin breaks the 200, I'm gonna stay on for a few. But if it fails, that might just be headed down, and then I don't want to sit here and stare at that. However, if we get a nice move here, which we're very capable of doing, it'll definitely be worth to stay on. What are the Qs doing? Actually, wait. Let me pull up SPY instead of the Qs after hours. Sorry, guys. I just want to see how these candles form. I'm really big into what's called wick structure. How they form, how they end, etc. So just bear with me. All right, so indecision on that SPY candle. Indecision there. That's an inverted hammer. They're really trying to keep T2 down. SPY. A up towards the 13 EMA. Now, honestly, I want Hawaiian Energy to like plummet. Oh no, I'm sorry. I bought straight stock. Fuck, I forgot about that. I bought myself straight stock in order to cover myself from today until Monday. At which point, I will then go ahead and buy more options because of the potential volatility that I see. I just don't want to lose out on the theta over the 2 days. Does that make any sense to you guys? Like, I knew that my YOLOs on he were going to expire today, so I bought straight stock to balance myself out. Because I just didn't want to buy options in advance before I see price action Monday. Coming down on SPY towards relative lows. Let's see if we can catch some. Oh, come on. Is there anything like going wild that you guys want me to chart? Like, just let me know. Because I am chilling. I'm actually going to pull up P real quick. I was just talking about it. It's up 1%. I don't know if it's actually on volume or if just showing it. No, it's really not on volume. T2, get up there. Come on. Look at it just wrapping those EMAs. The 200 EMA is right there. Look at that. Failed there. That Elliott wave signal or indicators showing me hard resistance every single time that I try to cruise the 200. SPY is trying up after the inverted hammer. Wow, SFT down to 115. That's got to be small cap at this point. Very, very small cap. Let's see. SMX. Did I finish looking at that? Oh, yeah, I did. Wait, I didn't look at the other holders, though. Let me look at the other holders of SMX. Because that could be a big play if Lind folds. Look who else is in it. Citadel, Virtu, Hudson River. What about TBLT? Who owns TBLT? Hold on. TBLT is another one of their larger holdings. The Lin partners have the largest ownership in them. TBLT might be interesting. Very, very interesting. I'm putting that like towards the top of my like potential banger list. That nobody's like really talking about right now. So mark that up. Oh, T2, come on. It's about to pop to 200. The Bollinger Bands are getting tighter on SPY. Obviously, you see them getting tighter on EBIT. That's just underneath the 48 EMA. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to end up taking my T2 profits at some point. And I think I'm going to trust my thesis and put it on TBLT depending on the price action. I think I might have to do that. But only as a scalp. I'm not going to marry the play. I'm going to trade the trade. I'm not going to marry it. Like, huge difference. I believe that they did fuck over shareholders once, though. So that's another thing. It's like, well, you know, honestly, with the Lynn Partners being the largest owner, that makes sense. Now that I think about it. SPY, get ready. RSI and SPY is 32. Come on. Up, 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 up. Maybe with a little bit of SPY movement, we could break the T2 200. It's trying to do it without SPY's help, though, so, like, that's a good sign. I would think. Sitting at 431 on SPY right now. If we lose 431, do we dip? Oh, no, we're not going to lose 431. Come on. Right up. Double bottom. Give it to us. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. Don't lose 431 on... Don't do it. We're sitting at 430.99 right now. And we have it back. Come on. I'm going to pull Bitcoin on my other screen. That way I can tell you guys what's going on there. Let's see. BTC. $26,574. RSI there is a 41, and it's underneath the MACD. I think that's VWAP right there, too. Alright, so that kind of explains it a little bit. No, wait, is that VWAP? Hold on a second. This is the one bad part about having so many freaking indicators. Yeah, VWAP's up there. Okay, I thought so. Alright. SPY's slipping. Don't do it. 430.88. We closed almost 4% down on T2 today. Volume is currently sitting at 65 mil. $430.86 on SPY. Yo, if you guys bought puts up here, congratulations. Or even, fuck. That's a move. Okay, so on a 30-minute, show me the waves right there. Okay. 430.91, so coming back a little bit on SPY. RSI is a 29. Oh, man. At least we closed above 430. Or above 431. I'd like to at least get above 431 by 8 o'clock, though. RSI and T2 is a 45. We're pretty much at the end of my drawing on eBet. I still think that C3AI at this price is, like, I don't know, fucking, like, grand larceny. People are, like, saying that it's overvalued, but I think it's so undervalued. I feel like with AI, you have to, like, think about, like, you have to think about efficiency, right? And then machine learning. So, like, it's already gonna be more efficient, but then it's gonna use itself through the machine learning in order to get even more efficient. And then, like, think about all of the companies that want to be more efficient. So if they're the leader in that regard, now it should only compound in theory. Benny yo, what's up, dude? How are you, man? Just made some absolutely scrumptious goat chop. What? Goat chops? Are you talking about, like, lamb chops? Bless. Must, brother. What you checking out? Well, I'm still playing this, like, the momentum on T2. C3AI got absolutely annihilated for no reason. I think it's just short. Like, I honestly think it's to bring the price down in order for shorts to cover, just because, like, the short interest is so high on it. Bitcoin right now is cratering. Hold on a second. BTC. Hard down on Bitcoin. That just dropped like a couple $100, right? Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry. I was adding 0. A little bit of a push down there on Bitcoin. Hopefully we can go for it back. But I think now I'd be more interested in playing SFT or VRM. But that would be as a trade as opposed to a hold, if that makes sense. My Carvana, like, average, it just, like, looking at the price now, it doesn't make me want to play Carvana, like, in straight stock. I would just be playing the options. But I am bullish overall on used cars. I actually just talked about that like 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 minutes ago. Just before you got in here. But like the margin on new to used cars is like pretty large. I think that the average like used car was like 30,000, and the average new car was like 60,000 or something like that. I believe that like when I did the payments, right? Like I was like calculating payments based on like just like whatever the average interest rate was at the time, and car payments for like the average price of a new car were like $1,000. It was like 970, and then that doesn't count insurance or anything like that. It just tells me that used cars are gonna go. And then also you have to think about like the fact that people are lazy, and who doesn't, like, if you're lazy, who wouldn't want to have the car that you pick out delivered right to your freaking house? Yeah, I mean, like, it just, well, that's why I'm so heavy into the the Hawaiian Electric play, because like I'm just gonna pull it up and just fully chart it again. Hold on. So the Hawaiian Electric, let me show you. So up here is where the fire started on Hawaiian. So the fire started when it was at about 32.50. Then it gapped down to, like, we'll call it 21.50-ish. It gapped down again. We filled that gap. Now, and then it did gap down here. However, the 4-hour does fill. So it's, while that's not ideal for me, usually I like the daily gap fill. This is a situation that nobody really like controlled, unless somebody was out there committing arson. You know what I mean? Like nobody knew that this was going to happen. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are going to be out of position on this, right? That's the way I see it. And it's almost like it's finding like a mid in between this chaos. Like it might even come down a little bit more now that I look at this one. It might come down a smidge more, but then we're talking about returning to like its actual true value, and it was trading around $40. I mean, even if it comes up to like 20, I'm doing awesome. Like even if it comes up to this level right here, I've done great. You know what I mean? And they just came out with more articles actually that said that it was the firefighters' fault, not like the electric companies. Because at first they were blaming Hawaiian Electric. Now they're saying like it was like uncut grass and firefighters eating lunch. All right, Bitcoin's on a double bottom. See what happens. Oh, hard down on C3. Yum, 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 yum. Congratulations. Congratulations. It might take a year or two, but congratulations in advance. I didn't think that we'd see the 25s again. Yeah, dude, it's like fucking 35% short. With like no shares available to borrow. Last time I checked, it was 20,000 shares available to borrow, but at one point yesterday, it was 0. The shorts are in control of the stock at the moment. But what I think that they're doing is I think that they're driving it down in order to cover. Because it's going down on light volume. At least it did yesterday. Today it was like, I mean, we're pretty much at average volume. But yesterday we were down heavy on light volume. The borrow fee wasn't that high. I think it was like 30%. We'll look. Yeah, we'll look. Hold on a second. Okay, now it's reading 17.27. And short interest went down by like 1%. Well, it's saying 3.75%, but it was reading 35%. So, like, it's now at 33.8% short. Bollinger Band's getting even tighter somehow on T2. It's funny. Light volume. Yeah, hey mom, I'm on. I'm still streaming, just so you know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. All right. I'm checking it right now. Thank you. Bye. Guys, we might have something big here. Hold on a second. Mom. Are you sure that it was T2? Oh. You got my heart racing for no reason. She thought that like an S4 came out on T2. Is it on their website maybe? And maybe Edgar didn't file it? Cause like hey, you're on speaker now, so everybody could hear you.
Check messenger.
Okay. All right.
Okay, I got it. Check messenger.
All right, bye.
Okay.
No, I just call her mom. She's not actually my mom, but like, I talk to her like, I don't know. I just talk to her kind of like she's my mom, like my mom. I don't know. I don't have a mom, so like it was just kind of like a running inside joke for a while. Oh, mom, I think we already knew about this. I'll look again, but I think we already knew about it. Okay, so you said, all right, so where SEC filing details? So I'm assuming that you're, all right, so statement of changes in beneficial ownership of securities. Okay, so this is what she's talking about. I would like to view. Thank you. Uh-oh. How many share? Holy smokes. Oh, okay, wait. This is not a big deal. This is not a big deal at all. This is not a big deal. This is to CRG. Okay. Not a big deal. I was kind of freaked out there for a second. Not concerned. You know how 36 has been a key level for us? That's why. I was very, very concerned there for a second. But no, what's it called? We already knew about that. I just wonder if other people are gonna are gonna know that they were supposed to know about that. Psychology is weird, man. Like, it's real weird. You have to basically think about like other people and like how they're reacting, even though you don't know them. So then like you're also trying to like gauge their intelligence, and you're trying to like basically outwit the market. I don't know. I find market psychology very, very interesting. That's just me. Look at Tesla. It's a move. Wait a minute. I just thought about something. CRG isn't the company that's also okay. Oh no, no. Okay, never mind. That would have sounded really stupid. No, I know that the answer to that question. Never mind. C3, you're killing me. I just wish that I was fucking like a millionaire already, so I could just buy a metric F ton of AI. There's probably about like, I don't know, maybe like 6 blue chips that I feel like if I invested a lot of money in, I would never have to like worry ever again. I don't even think I'd have to like look at the market. Like that's how much confidence I would have in them. That's kind of the goal. I want to get something like that going, along with I want to get some more recurring revenue streams going as well. Have any of you guys ever looked into like crypto ATMs? Anyone? I have questions. Are we gonna try or no? Come on. COSM close at 177. Nice. Man, T2. It's such an aggravating trade sometimes. Excellent for scalping. It just has been. 100%. But it's just a fucking headache sometimes. It's gonna come to the end of a pennant here shortly. And if Bitcoin is gonna move like that, we might actually have some hope. What up? How are you, bud? He's doing that after. I'm actually doing 2 to 4, and I'm doing it when I feel like it. Kind of like I don't know. I get bored in the afternoon, so that's kind of like why I do it. I like in the morning. It's nice for me to be able to sit back and trade like my own trades. So I've been doing that. As far as after hours go, I just feel like we're in a very, very tight, like liquidity type situation, and I really would hate to hop off right before the market does something crazy. So that's kind of what led me to stay on like the last, like in after hours, like the last couple days. But I plan on just doing 2 to 4. Just like sometimes I'm like, if I have nothing better to do, I'm just like, why not? I'd be sitting here doing it like myself anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, like see, like I just have to trade. Like if I'm only trading for a living, right? I have to make sure my execution is on point. My execution is more on point when I'm trading alone than I'm trading when I'm with you guys. So I'm doing more trades in the morning, and then I'm just kind of like hanging out and like letting things like ride while I'm streaming. I mean, sometimes I'll make trades if it warrants it, but I don't know. I'm finding that it works better for me to do it this way. Test coming up towards the 48 EMA. If we could get through that red jelly right there. Bitcoin just off at 1348. AI is a headache. Trying to flip that band green. Come on, Bitcoin. Could I look at it? Yeah, of course I could. What's up? What do you need? Okay. I'm gonna tell you that that chart's already too hot without even me looking at it. I'm gonna tell you like so like I don't know, but I know it's hot. Okay, let's see. I mean, it's all right. So like, just looking at it on a 4 hour, zooming out, it looks beautiful, right? However, your 13 didn't cross your 200 yet. Your RSI is a 67. You're coming up on the Sonic R. I would watch for a potential regression anywhere from like 20, because it might get support off the top of like well, you see the red band right there. It might get support off that. So you're talking like what, 21.20ish to about 20 cents. 20 will also be like psychological support as well. But that has you having the 13 cross the 200 right around 1850, which will also probably act as a psychological level at some point. So I don't know. I just wouldn't want to. I'd probably take profits at some point. Obviously, not financial advice. And I would wait to see how it acts as it comes back down. But I also said that about HKD when it was at fucking 16, or when it was at like $35 after pointing it out at fucking 20 some. So like I could be way wrong. Just like this is Wall Street, you know. Big money dictates a lot of charts, like especially the ones that are like small caps. And yes, that still constitutes a small cap. 817 mil. I'd still consider that relatively small. It's gotta carry VWAP. If it, like, but I personally feel like it's gonna run out of gas, and then it might come back. I don't know. It's just a really hot chart. Like whenever you have me pull up a chart that like the RSI is like an 80 or like a 70 or something like that, like just like a really hot chart on like all time frames, most likely like you just have to take like the statistics from the situation. Like what are the odds of it cooling off versus it continuing? It just becomes math that you just kind of have to do in your head on the fly. That's kind of how I taught myself a lot of stuff. Just like, what is the likelihood of this versus that? And then, like, I just got better at doing it. And then I took time, like, obviously I took time to, like, learn, like, concepts and stuff like that. But, like, breaking it down, like, that's how it all started, was just like, okay. Kind of like how I just talked about AI. You know what I mean? About being more efficient. I did that myself. Just like, how can I become more efficient? Okay. What's the likelihood of this? Okay. You know what I mean? How about NIR? I got you. 1 second. NIR. Let's see. Another hot chart. Why did it sell off? Like this could just straight up be dead cat. Like, why is this down? Okay, so the last news here on TradingView is telling me August 14th. NIR. It's a micro cap, micro float. I do like this though. Only 30% of the companies for sale. This actually might warrant a more in-depth look. Hold on a second. NIR stock. Hold on. I just want to look at their website and make sure that it's not like a piece of junk. Give it a little read over. Let's see. Do they really have a deal with Wendy's and Ford? Let's see. McDonald's too? Jesus. Customers. Let me see your customers, please. I need to know what drove them lower now. Yahoo, Virgin. Let's see. Load more. Load it all. Let's see. All right, let's look at the fundamentals quick. And then I'm going to hop off because I'm losing viewers, so. Yeah. They're increasing on revenue. Let's look at it on a quarterly, though. All right. All right. They're bringing in more and more cash. Their EBITDA margin percentage is still negative, which you guys know I hate. That could be a decent squeeze play, though. I just did it already, squeeze. Or is there more left in the tank? I feel what you're saying. I think there's more left in the tank. Alright, so you could see it right here. Alright, so look at the 15-minute chart, right? Now, this is using Elliott wave theory. So it's just using an indicator. But it looks strong on a 15. So you see 1 impulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that was the top. Obviously, that's going to be your last impulse signal. You get your A, B, and then C. And then at the bottom of the C, it's pretty much where it cups out on a 15-minute chart. See how it looks almost like a cup with like a handle set up? All right, wait, let's try this again. Okay, so on a 5-minute, they tried it higher, and we got hard rejections. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so where's your ABC, though, for the Elliott wave? I really wish that there was an ABC here. Bear with me a second. On a 15-minute, it looks good. On every other chart, I can't tell. But I will say that it had excellent volume. What's the turnover, actually? Let's look at that. Hold on. Let me pull up Weeble. NIR. Turnover. Your turnover was 71%. It might have a little bit of gas left in it, but that's a pretty high turnover. It's not like an HKD type of turnover. HKD, remember that was like 0.2? I think it was like 0.23 or something like that. But like 70% turnover, well, it was actually 71, I believe, is kind of high for a 48% move. Right? Is that how much it moved? 48? Oh, it moved 40%, so even worse. Are we twisting there on T2? Getting some pressure here on Bitcoin over the 200 EMA with the price action. NIR might actually go. You might be very, very right about that. I mean, the 13's crossing right now. It's crossing all the EMAs right now, the 13. I definitely would be careful though. I would be very, very careful. I think it's gonna go, but I think I'd be very, very careful on the way down. And that's if I was, just paper trading. That's how I'd play it. 13's over the 200 on Bitcoin. Coming down to validate. Alright, let's look at volume and see if it's actually moving right now. Or if they stopped it, pretty much. Alright, I'm seeing some action there in the ask bid, so let's see. Slowly. Okay, AI is really not getting any volume at all. Killing me. It did finish under average volume, though, which is good because of, finishing down. So I'll take it. I still can't believe it got under $25 based on somebody selling 6,000 shares. That's so funny. Like, get stronger, like, when it comes to fucking, like, your emotions. That's a message to everybody. Get stronger when it comes to, like, like, any emotion. Any. And that goes for myself as well. Like, I try to be as unemotional as possible. And I feel like I do a good job at it, but sometimes, I have to hold myself back. You know what I mean? So, like, I get it. I'm not just, like, telling you guys to do it. Like, I also have to get better at it myself. You need to learn it? No problem, James. No problem. Yeah, Sam, here's how I did it. So I blew up an account, right? I blew up an account, and then I opened a new account, but when I put that money in, I made myself a promise that I was going to follow my trading plan, but I was going to be completely unemotional about the trade, about every trade that I made in that account. And when I started to see that my account was doing better than when I was, like saying, oh, but this, oh, but that, you know what I mean? It became easier to become unemotional. It became a lot easier, actually. I don't know. That worked for me, so maybe a fresh start would work for, somebody else. Let's see. No volume, but up 15% on warrant. Bitcoin's coming up towards resistance. CXAI, I might have to go ahead and do something about this on Monday. Should I buy it in after hours? Fuck. Alright, I think I have a new plan. I think what I'm going to do is wait until, hopefully, T2 makes a nice move. And then instead of putting it into TBLT completely, I'll split it 50-50 and then swing CXAI and TBLT. That way I have exposure to both, and I don't feel like I'm missing a play that I pointed out. I think that that's probably going to do me the best. We'll see. We shall see. Coming up on the gold cross for Bitcoin. Qs are also coming towards up. Well, honestly, the 48's coming down towards them, but getting closer to the 48. Go ahead. Ooh, EVTL. I want EVTL to come back down towards like $1. I was looking to buy it when it was at like 108 or something like that, and then it bounced. So I want it down closer towards $1. I just like it because of the, like, I know that they had the that crash, but I like it because of the low amount on float. Wow. CGC. Oh, never mind. That's Canopy. That's not CCG. I'm sorry. I thought CCG came back. But Canopy ended up 12% down on the day. Open. Huh. Cup. Open might be a real nice look too. It's at VWAP right now. That Peru called this out a while ago, and it moved way up. He called it out at like I think it was like $1 something, but it was way higher. I think it hit $5. Let's see. I think it was at $5. Yeah, it hit 541. Here's a daily. It already tapped my resistance. Yeah, that's heavy resistance too. If it doesn't hold that level, then it could be in trouble. Huh. RSI on the 1 hour chart is 29 on open. Out of 15. 15 RSI is a 42. I kind of like that play. That might be a nice look. Might be a real nice look. Like I feel like the waves are setting up on every timeline too. At least the 1, the 5, the 15, the 1 hour. So it's like starting to show early signs of a reversal. Plus the chart looks kind of healthy too. But, all right, look at the 5 minute. Cup, and now the band is going green as it's working its way towards VWAP. So I just pushed down right off the test. I think that's a kind of a nice play. Wish I had more dry pow. Again, this is the problem of not being a millionaire. My latest thoughts on TRKA. First of all, I think it's investment fraud. Second of all, if we break below $1, then I'm gonna get nervous. But I'm not gonna get nervous in the aspect of the play, like as much, because I'm probably gonna then buy puts on Jeffries. That like just because like the TRKA chain doesn't have or there's no chain on TRKA, I should say. Like I could kind of hedge myself in a way by buying puts on Jeff. But as long as it stays above 10, like $1, let's say, I think 104 is kind of like a hard floor for it. But let's say that it gets below $1. That's when I might do something else with the money, like some money, just to hedge myself. Like at that point, like I'd have to give myself like a little bit of protection. That way I make money regardless. I didn't sell any TRKA. I'm not. I sold. All right, so I sold TRKA, but then I bought it back, like when I was on stream with you guys, and it was like really really low. I told you guys every single time I was DCAing it, like the final time. And since then, I just haven't sold it. But in the past, I have scalped it. It's been like a while though since I've done that. A while. Ugh. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Come on. Let's go. Trying that level. Let's see. RSI is a 70 on Bitcoin right now. Go ahead. Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. It's close. Still holding it. A little bit more. New candle. A little bit more. Follow it up. Right here is when you could tell that it was probably an algo buy. When you saw that candle right there. See that one right there? See how aggressive that is? Right there. Or if you are like still undecided, right there. And that's why I feel like wick structure is really, really important. You're crossing over on NIR as well. Bitcoin trying to follow it up. SPY's not looking hot. I mean, we have 3 little soldiers there on the 5-minute chart. I don't know. We don't on the 3-minute. We don't have 3 little soldiers there, or there. So RSI, Bollinger Bands are tight on the 3-minute. RSI is only at 38 though, so I might get a little bit of pressure. Oh yeah, the 48 EMA is right there too. As is the midpoint of that band. I don't know. That's close. We shall see. RSI on it is 48. Oh, it was the MACD. And it's slightly above the MACD as well. That might actually have a chance. Warrant is still going. It's up almost 23%. Let's see. Hawaiian up 1.1. I'm sure that's on like volume now, so I'm not even gonna pull it. Super trend up on T2 attempt here. Are we gonna get bullish? Interesting. It's almost there. Bitcoin's fucking riding that level too. Alright guys, I'm gonna get off. I personally think that we're very, very close. If we get rejected here, then we get rejected. We do have a chance though. I think we need to lift on Bitcoin. We need some like good pressure there. And then you'll see that in SPY. That's my opinion and I'm sticking to it. Otherwise, you guys have a great weekend. You guys know I appreciate you. Be safe. And I will catch you guys next week. Later, fam.